Oh, I did that wrong. I probably did that too loud. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday Eve. It's really Friday, at least in Georgia. You know, we don't got work tomorrow because of 4th of July on a good weekend. Hope y'all gonna swim, eat barbecue, get full, lick your fingers, all that good stuff, right? Hold on. We gotta check the sound. Okay, we live. All right. Yeah, all that good stuff though. So you know, I'll be honest with y'all. Work schedule changed a little bit. So conversation is gonna be a little, I don't know. Well, I do know. I had to figure out something, find something, and then get a little nap. You know, when you get my age, you gotta nap a little bit. You forgot about me. I didn't forget about you. I forgot about you. Oh, I didn't call you back, teacher. Like and subscribe. Do that. Do that for me. How about you do that? So college is not expensive for the wealthy mind. So I got a list of topics I want to talk about, but I think I'm gonna keep it brief because your boy got to hit the road for something personal tomorrow. So we're gonna go through our show updates as we always do. I don't think I got none on LinkedIn today. I ain't going outside today. Let me see. Share screen. Let me get those sound on there just in case. I ain't got to keep closing it. All right. So for Shield update, we have national policy. Can you see that? I'll let zoom in for you all. Wrong one. So national policy, we got a fact sheet. The Trump administration is making higher education more affordable, expanding opportunity and simplifying student loan repayment. So if you are part of student loan repayment, this affects you. Students in many low earning programs will wait at least another year for accountability. By the time that happens, that would be what? Trump been in office for what? 2 years now? So what? Going on 3 years? Next July make 3 years? So I'm a little worried about this now. I'll get into that a little bit. Podcast, why Americans will get less help for paying for college. Workforce Pell kicks off, but colleges find that few programs qualify. Can the Trump administration make college cheaper? State policy. So if you hear your state, I need you to go ahead and, go crazy in the chat. So Alabama, press release. Governor Ivey announces new federal grant eligibility will help qualifying Alabamians. Never heard of Alabamians. Prepare for high demand employment opportunities. Excuse me, I ate an apple before I started. California lawmaker drops bid to repeal campus protest rules amid opposition. That's pretty good. Drops bid to repeal. Is that good? Drops bid to repeal campus protest rules. I don't know how that sounds like it can go both ways. California lawmakers look to settle turf war over community college bachelor degrees. Oh, need a time subscription for that. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed state budget with UC funding protections, financial aid, and healthcare cuts. Oh, wow. Healthcare cuts. Colorado receives funding to bring back the FAFSA completion tracker. Okay. Colorado always doing something. Florida. I got some good. I got some news on Florida. Well, it's kind of good news for Florida if you go to the University of Florida. Florida, tremendous achievement. New college celebrates after acquiring USFSM campus. I don't know what that is. It don't sound like the new Florida school. What's that? Illinois? What's IN? I don't know what IN is. Oh, Indiana. Indiana, press release. Governor Braun launches workforce Pell in Indiana, unlocking federal financial aid for short-term in-demand job training. Mississippi press release, Governor Reeves announces Mississippi accepting workforce Pell applications. Mississippi financial aid programs face 7.3 million shortfall, putting college grants at risk for more than 27,000 students. North Carolina, what NC's budget includes on higher ed spending? Okay, we might have to cover that. That's North Carolina. New Jersey, Senate approves Turner bill to remove financial barriers to higher education. How do financial barriers? Oregon colleges race to catch up with workforce Pell. I'm about to say San Diego. South Dakota Governor Roding announces workforce Pell applications now available. And then Tennessee, I never see Tennessee in here. Tennessee launches workforce Pell program. So all the workforce Pell programs are being released because remember, workforce Pell programs came out July 1st. A lot of changes are happening and nobody cares. I looked at the stuff that came out. Nobody's watching it. Nobody cares. People gonna try to go to college. They're gonna go to the school and they're gonna be like, oh, what is coming to play? Who did this? And it's gonna be like 2 or 3 years later. Then they're gonna think, I don't know, if whoever win, like a Democrat or something. If a Republican win again, then they'll be like, oh, Trump did it. If a Democrat win, they're gonna think the Democrat did it. But in reality, this workforce Pell, this student loan payment system, whatever they got going on with that. And so it's some changes coming. It's a lot more. A lot of schools. Oh, that's why I got to show y'all on LinkedIn. I don't know how legit it was, though. I think this person made it, but it was pretty much a website they made or wherever they pulled this from, showing you like what schools don't qualify, like they said, for the changes that are happening. So that was pretty interesting right there. But the first story I'm going to start with, so University of Florida. University of Florida has announced their president. I'm a day late. I think that's pretty good. But University of Florida has announced their new president, which is this guy right here. He used to be the president at the University of, what is it called? Help me out, y'all. At the University of Alabama. I'm going to pull him up, though. I'm going to put him on this screen right here. I think they put his money in here, too. Where's money at? They said he expected. There you go. I'm going to use this picture right here. So, leadership live updates after weeks of ugly infighting. University of Florida confirms its next president. This guy right here. Who is this guy? This is Stuart Bell. He might not matter. He might not even matter to you if you plan on going to unless you're going to University of Florida. If you're going to the University of Florida or plan on going to the University of Florida, you should know him. He's the president. If you ever want to get into the University of Florida, I'm giving y'all some game. If you want to get into the University of Florida, you want to make friends or relationships with people he know, get a letter of recommendation, because that could make your acceptance pretty easy. They won't tell you that, but yeah, if you know the president, come on now. So look at his salary though. His salary not even crazy compared to most, but that's how much he's making. Y'all probably see it. Y'all see it. 2 mil. 2 mil. You don't see him? The 2 comma club, multi-millionaire. Bell's presidential contract states he will earn a base salary of $2 million with a tenure that extends through June 30, 2031. So I just wanted to highlight that because he finna get that bread at University of Florida. $2 million base pay. Base. They said base. Not including his incentives, not including his bonuses, not including retirement package. Man, who y'all talking about, man? $2 million? He getting better NBA contracts than some people. He getting better NFL contracts. $2 million. He ain't even got to pick up no sport. He ain't even got to play no sports. All you gotta do is speak like he doing at that podium and take pictures. That's a cool job. How you get that job? Go to school, go to college. What they be telling you not to do. Don't go to college. What you be doing? Listening to it. Stop being green, y'all. Stop being green. Stop. Just stop. Stop. So let me pull up another topic. Some topics I had on here that I was like, No, I don't think it was this one right now. It was I have it right here. Student payments. No, not that one. There you go. I was like, where is it? Let me have to look the stuff, y'all. There you go. All right, so workforce Pell kicks off, but colleges find that few programs qualify. This was written by NPR. Y'all know NPR. NPR being slammed by the Trump administration all year for talking that talk. So right here it says this better be okay, it is. So in a night class at St. Paul College here in Minnesota, students are practicing the nursing skills they would need to pass the state exam in a few weeks. If you are emptying, y'all probably know what that means right there. Catering bags. What's that? I do not know what that means. I don't know how to pronounce it actually.
Catheter.
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 Catheter. Okay. What is catheter? A thin, flexible, hollow tube inserted into the body. Okay. If you are emptying catheter bags filled with fake urine, some rehearse using a bedpan, placing it in the right spot, cleaning out the imaginary contents. It's a certified nursing assistant program. Okay. The class costs more than $1,000, and while most students' tuition is covered by employers looking to train their existing workforce, if you like Detrina, if I said her name right, Detrina Hurt, 37, pay out of pocket. I got my income tax return this year, and I figured I can do a small investment in my life. Why not? She's a mama too, currently unemployed, but she has her eye on a $20 an hour job at a nursing home nearby. It would definitely be an upgrade for me and my two boys. So why are we hearing this story right now? So this type of course was exactly what members of Congress were targeting when they opened up federal Pell Grants. Free money for low-income students to help pay for short-term workforce training programs. Part of the One Big Beautiful Bill passed in 2025. Remember, y'all, we covered that when they signed it in. We wasn't settled like this, so I'm not gonna lie. All you do is see me waiting on it. I'm not gonna hold you. And then it's an expansion of the federal Pell Grant program that colleges have been advocating for more. Oh, colleges wanted this. I didn't know colleges wanted this. This is NPR. So, a lot of people know that NPR is left leaning. So, a lot of people will be like, hey, that's legit. I'm like, I ain't know colleges wanted a shorter workforce Pell. I didn't know that. So, expansion of the federal Pell Grant program that colleges have been advocating for more than a decade, and estimates from the U.S. Department of Education and from the Congressional Budget Office say the benefit could help 100,000 or more students by fall of 2027. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna skip the jargon a little bit. They talking about CNA. Reality sets in. So all across the country, community colleges are finding many of their workforce training programs are too short or too long, or just don't fall within the allotted hours. And then I'll read one of these quotes real quick. I think the reality that is setting in is that July 1st is not a floodgate. It is a start point of the marathon, says Carrie Warwick Smith, who oversees federal policy at the Association of Community College Trustees. And then great optimism. St. Paul College, for instance, is planning to rejigger its CNA class. Administrators are working to combine it with trained medication aid certificate program. The newer, longer version of the course would meet the requirements to apply for a workforce Pell. It's also planning to start new programs focused on access and economic mobility that qualify. So the thing about the workforce Pell, and the reason I'm going through this is because not too long ago, nobody really knew what workforce Pell was, which is crazy. But it seems like they're rolling out information as we speak. And workforce Pell, I haven't ran into it yet because I don't work in financial aid. I didn't even do the disclaimer. Disclaimer. But I haven't ran into it yet because I don't work in financial aid in my day job. I work as an academic advisor. But maybe I should do that. I should take that initiative and go ask financial aid, like, hey, how does workforce Pell working? Like, where like, does it just go toward demanding of things? Like, how does this work? Like and subscribe. So going through it. All right here, this is what I want to see. So some programs poised to qualify, but there are colleges that are ready to start. About 1,500 miles away from St. Paul, North Idaho College. Never heard of that college. North Idaho College has plans to submit workforce Pell applications for 5 programs. Its CNA program does qualify. Other programs, including welding and HVAC, fit too. Lloyd Duman, who has been the intern provost at the college for the last 4 years, sees the expansion as an opportunity for students to take more classes at the college. Hopefully, our workforce training introduces students into particular programs, he says. Yeah, that's interesting because a lot of students, I was on the phone with a student today, and the student was like, I'm older, but they do have to pay out of pocket. He's not older, senior citizen, but older, like at my dad's age. And he said, I'm tired of doing labor. I'm tired of doing labor jobs. I'm tired of I can't do this forever. So, but he was looking to do something that was like out of pocket because for some reason, I guess he couldn't do financial aid. I didn't ask. But the workforce Pell can help a lot of people who are kind of like stuck. And then it's interesting that the workforce Pell came out around the time that the economy for workforce is kind of, as we say, dookie. Not the S word, but it's dookie. So a lot of people don't want to do these jobs right now, but they're really marketing and advertising like you should be an HVAC, you should be in welding, you should be an electrician, you should be in these. That's being advertised on social media, like 18, 19-year-old. You got kids coming from universities to do these jobs. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying that, if I hear somebody older who probably been doing that their whole life, like I said before, my own dad even was like, hey, you better go to college or because start early or something because you can't do this forever. And so, but a lot of kids think it's gonna be sweet doing these trades. I'm not saying it's gonna be hard, but I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. So, like, you gotta think about the days when it's raining. You gotta think about the days it's cold. You gotta think about the days it's hot. Like, at least in Georgia, it's like real hot right now, y'all. Like really humid, hot. And so you gotta think about them days when you going to work in whatever place you gotta work at, and they don't got AC, they don't got heat because you fixing it. So, for example, it's just things to think about. I don't try to deter my students. I don't try to tell them they don't need to do this if they are young. I don't try to say go to school normal, like take the normal route of school. But I do think everybody should get a bachelor's. Associates, bachelors, work their way up. I just believe that strongly. So that wasn't much on the can the Trump administration make college cheaper? I looked at that. That wasn't really much. And then we just looked at that one. And then I had another one. Oh, that's why I go pull up LinkedIn. Oh, y'all supposed to be helping me. Y'all supposed to be reminding me LinkedIn. Somebody on what financial aid just said something. So I saw this right here, position. They had for my people out there who are physicians, by the way. Let's see. For my people who are physicians out there, it says this is the American Academy of, is it in there? Pretty much physicians. They said important update for the physician profession. The Department of Education has updated its guidance to include physician assistant programs as professional degree programs. The fact that the Department of Education didn't count physician assistants as professional degrees is wild. But they pretty much saying that now when you go to be, if you want to be a physician assistant, that is considered a professional degree. What does that mean now? We already know what that means. Well, in this case, it's going to make you more eligible to pull out loans. If your program is considered professional, you're eligible to pull out more student loans under federal. Because the thing about all of this is that if your degree doesn't provide a return on investment, which I gotta find that, if your degree does not provide a return on investment, you are pretty much gonna have to go to not small, but you're gonna have to go to private banks, and nobody's paying attention to it. I think it's gonna raise theoretically right now, June 2nd, 2026. I think it's gonna increase our $1.7 trillion student loans. I think it's gonna increase it a lot more. I think we'll be at two. I might be a bit extreme, but I think we'll be at maybe not, yeah, in 2 years, 3 years, we probably be at 1.9, 1.85. If I'm just throwing the number out there, I think we'll be at like 1.85, 1.9 by the time Trump leave office. I think it's gonna increase because people pulling out private loans to go to school, it ain't gonna end well. But it might end well because, excuse me, it might end well because they're trying to like, hey, you can't do this major, but then again, if you can't do this major because it doesn't provide a return on investment, you would think the typical student should what's that word? Like pivot. They should pivot themselves away from this major and go to another major. But then it's like, okay, but we still got to get physicians. We still got to get doctors. We got to put these people in places because if we don't have enough this, that, we'll have a shortage like we do now. They always say we got a shortage, but I believe we have a shortage for doctors and things of that nature. So then I have one more real quick. Well, not one more, but one more area. Let me see. Yeah, this person used ChatGPT. I don't know. I ain't gonna use that one. I can tell by the way they copied and pasted. They use ChatGPT. And then let me see. Because most I just want to cover these topics as I'm about to go crazy right now. Oh, what I'm about to talk about, y'all. Y'all gonna be like, what? Y'all be like, what? 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 Damn it. So they said right here, students in many low earning programs will wait at least another year for accountability. I don't know if that's good or bad. So pretty much that, once again, all the law that went into effect on July 1 will go back into effect on, not really effect, but accountability will happen next year. So ahead of July 1 deadline set by Congress in the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, the U.S. Department of Education released final regulations to implement a new framework for earnings-based accountability of higher education programs. But for many higher education programs, including some of the lowest performing programs projected to fail the new accountability standards, the Trump administration will delay the implementation of the rules for at least a year. So the Trump administration is going to delay the implementation of, I guess, if your program is not doing well or not doing a good return on investment, not performing, they're delaying it a year. Now, I'm upset because, like the Trump administration is going to be on their third year. Let's keep that in mind. If they say in a year from now, that's going to be 2027. Trump is supposed to get out of office, 2028, right? I think. I don't know. 2028, I think. And if we get another, at this point, it could be a Republican who changed their agenda. It could be a Democrat who definitely going to change the agenda. All this going to be for nothing. That's what I'm getting at. All this going to be for nothing. If they're going to delay it a year, at least I thought it was going to be in effect. Now they said they're going to delay this a year. Okay. Not a big deal, but it's going to be a problem. Wait, just watch and see. Like and subscribe. It's going to be a problem. So we analyzed the programs that will get the delay. So hopefully it's not all programs, but we analyzed the programs that will get the delay and found that the extra year will affect nearly 44% of failing programs. That's almost half. That's a lot. Which collectively enrolled 39% of all federally aided students. So that's pretty much going to affect all the students. They sound like majority of students who are enrolled in low earning programs. And I don't think they made a tracker for this or nothing. So that's going to be interesting. Yep, that's going to be interesting. Good talks. That's going to be very interesting. So for the last 3 minutes, I did want to say that college is not expensive for the wealthy mind. College is not expensive for the wealthy mind. And what I mean by that is, guys, that college is really, let me get a visual. College. College. Let me show you something real quick. It's a school that everybody will go to. Tiny thing. The picture's so tiny. Oh, I could do this then. I think the University of, I was talking about them today. Yeah, we could do that. So everybody wants to go to a college. This is the University of Notre Dame. I'm just using them as a visual. I'm not talking about Notre Dame real quick, because college is not expensive for the wealthy mind. So I want to say that we really need to understand that it's a lot of money in college. In the beginning, I mentioned, because I'm about to cut it short. In the beginning, I mentioned that the University of Florida is about to pay a man $2 million to be the president of their college. A lot of people say that people who go to college are broke, and a lot of people who are billionaires, millionaires, are sending their kids to college. And it has never been such a great time, that they're sent like to go to school. And like I'll be honest, sometimes it's like, don't get me wrong, would you rather pay are you really, or do you really want to pay? Because I at times I didn't want to do it. I'll be guilty. But it's times when you don't want to pay like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 for college, in a time where you see streamers making crazy amount of money, right? You see streamers making buku money, touring things, live streaming, living their best life. Like, why should I go to college? Why should I go to a school to make little to pennies? And hopefully, as we keep live streaming, it comes out more and more of why you should go to college, why you should go and get a degree. Started a 2-year, bridge to a 4-year, articulation agreement, pathway agreement. We're the times we're in right now, and that's actually perfect that they got the American flag up. Don't listen to the media. Like, I can't emphasize enough. Don't listen to the media telling you not to go to college. And once again, like, even from my military experience, I see so many commanders, like officers who are like majors, generals, or and they talk about their kids, going to college. And every wealthy person I talk to or came across, they're sending real wealthy people, they're sending their kids to college, and it's like, why is like nobody understanding that there's a lot of, I guess you'll say, lucrative benefits from going to college. And like, just off the instant muscle, you can't even run for president if you don't have a bachelor's degree. Now, somebody gonna probably hit me and quote me and say, "Hey, this person got a bachelor. This person didn't have a degree, and they were president." Don't pull up nothing from no 1900s to 1800s, and they went to college back then. Actually, that's when colleges were really just getting off the ground, because they used to be church grounds. So, you need a bachelor's. Like I said, to get really good jobs, like government official jobs, at least in America, probably other countries as well. Like, look at Russia's, what's his name? That Russia's president, prime minister. He went to college. He was a secret spy before he became the president. I mean, the prime minister, president over there of Russia. So, just something to think about. Just something to think about. If you want to be wealthy, you want to be rich. I generally feel like you want to be rich, you don't need to go to school to be rich. But to be wealthy, I do feel like you need to go to college. Just something to think about. It sparks a debate. It sparks a what moment, or what you talking about, but really. So I'm gonna end it there. It's not gonna be long. You know how they do on holidays, they don't really like to post higher education. So I like to talk about it though, because higher education is just so much rooted in life, and like the onion layer model, theoretical perspectives, so many things just keep going back to education. Like, education just brings humbleness, wiseness, just chillness, and all these other things, right? I can go all day about. But have a safe weekend. Don't drink and drive. The polices will be out there waiting to give somebody a ticket. Put your hands on the steering wheel or dashboard. Don't be crazy. And enjoy yourself. Like, hey, spend this too. It's not the most informative one I did, but it's more just like, go to college, bro. Go to a 2-year college, go to a 4-year, get your master's if you want, or skip your master's and go get your doctoral. Like, a 2-year college saves you $10,000 or more. Like, if I don't say nothing out of this, you can skip it to the end and start from the beginning. You'll get a lot like, oh, he made $2 million. This university president making $2 million. What he finna do at the school? Heck if I know. But He got his bread. He got his what they say in the offseason. He signed his offseason contract. He getting a big offseason contract than some ball players. Dang, $2 million. Base pay. $2 million. 2. Not 1. 2. 2. Oh, wait till you get them bonuses. If University of Florida increase their enrollment too, see, that's crazy out here. But we don't want to go to college. You can't even be in politics if you ain't got a bachelor's degree for real. You can't be no real elected official. That's also another thing. Come on, man. I'll keep. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go. Peace, love, chicken grease, and I'll see y'all Tuesday.